Hi everyone, this video is going to give you some tips on how to train your metronome. Metronomes by nature are wild and unruly gadgets, and they do not come factory trained. You have to train your own metronome once you get it home and get it out of the box. And as a general rule, metronomes do not like staying with our playing. They like to wander off and go at their own speeds. So you have to be patient with your metronome because some metronomes are a lot harder to train than other ones are. Maybe you'll get lucky and get a good one. But I'm going to give you some really basic exercises just to introduce your metronome to a little bit of discipline. And then in following videos, we'll give a few more advanced tips for a few more advanced activities that you can do with your metronome to make it even better. Okay, now you can apply the exercises that I'm going to give you in lots of different ways. You can apply it to a tune, to scales, but I recommend that you start with the easiest possible thing first, which is open strings. Open strings. Doesn't get any easier than that. Apply the exercises to open strings, and then maybe you can graduate to a two-finger pattern. I will demonstrate these, so don't worry. And then a three-finger pattern, and finally a four-finger pattern. Once your metronome can stick with you through those patterns, then you're ready to introduce maybe a scale, a simple one-octave scale. Introduce that to your metronome. And then the ultimate test is to see whether your metronome can stick with you through an entire easy tune and ultimately through an entire hard tune. Okay, so exercise number 1 is going to be playing one note per click of your metronome. Okay, and for some metronomes this is hard. For some it's easy. So reserve judgment and just try it out and see how your metronome does. I like to start my metronome at 60. I don't know why. Maybe because it's the seconds on a clock. It's just a good medium speed. So here's 60. You hear that? And I'm going to play one bow per click. And I'm just going to do my A string. You can do any string you want. Okay, here we go. Okay, and your metronome should not change speeds when you start playing. Otherwise, you need to discipline it. After you can do that very easily, go to 2 reps, 2 bows per click. So you double your speed. Watch this. Double, double, double. Okay, then you try to do 3 bows per click. This is harder because it's not symmetrical. You have to divide each beat into thirds, and it's not just simply doubling your speed. Tripling your speed is a little harder than doubling your speed. Not only that, but every other beat will start with a down bow or an up bow. Watch this. Down triplet, up triplet, down 2 3, up 2 3, down 2 3, up 2 3. And that's confusing for some people. Watch this. Still on open strings. Down 2 3, up 2 3, down, and it's fast. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. You can accent every 3 notes if you want to. It helps to keep your metronome advised of the speed that you're going. So accenting really can help. And then finally, you do 4 reps per, and finally you do 4 reps per click, or 4 bows per click. And the word I like to use for this one is Mississippi, 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 because it's easy. And it starts clearly at the beginning of every 4 reps. Watch. Say it rhythmically before you try to play it. It really helps you to get into the right gear. Mississippi, 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 Mississippi. And you can even try it on your arm. Mississippi, 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 or Mississippi, Mississippi, Mississippi. something to get your muscles in tempo, then try it on an open string. Mississippi, 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 Mississippi. Okay, now if you're confident that your metronome is doing a good job so far with those exercises, you can up the ante, although it's not strictly required because this is kind of hard, to go from 1 rep to 2 reps to 3 to 4 non-stop, like this. So you play 1 rep per click, and when you're ready, go ahead and double it. Double, 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 double. And when you're ready, you can triple it. Triple it, triple it. Down 2, 3, up 2, 3, down 2, 3, up 2, 3. And then finally, quadruple it. Mississippi, 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 Mississippi. Okay, simple open strings. 1 rep, 2 reps, 3 reps, and 4 reps. That's exercise 1. And you can apply this exercise but it's only the tip of the iceberg of exercise 1 because you just did it on open strings. Next, I'd recommend that you try it using a simple 2-finger pattern like open string and first finger. That's the next simplest thing you could do. Let me show you how that works. So we do singles. Then do 2 reps. And instead of doing 2 reps like this, I like to repeat each note 2 times. It's easier, way easier. Okay, I'll teach you how to do it the other way in a later video. So now I'll go to 2 reps, A, B, B, A, B, B. And then I'm going to go to 3 reps, A, B, 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 A, B, B, B. And finally 4 reps, Mississippi, Mississippi, A, B, 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 B. And at some point in here, I guarantee you, your metronome will start to get confused or maybe rebellious. And you need to discipline your metronome kindly, but make sure your metronome is sticking right with you. Okay, that's 2 note patterns. All right, and that's 2-finger patterns. You can do 3-finger patterns like this. You can go. Then do that same pattern, playing each note twice. And then 3 times, triplet, triplet. And finally 4 times, Mississippi, 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 Mississippi. Okay, that's a 3-note pattern. We played open 1, 2, but you could do 1, 2, 3. You can do 2, 3, 4. The sky's the limit. There's a lot of variety that you can put into these exercises. Doesn't matter if you play C sharp or C natural, high 2 or low 2, doesn't matter. Just choose and stick with it. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about doing scales or easy tunes or hard tunes. That's way more advanced for a later time. Just stick with these open strings, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and 4-finger patterns. And I have to mention this. I keep saying 2-finger and 3-finger patterns. Your open string counts as a finger. So what I'm really meaning is a 2-note, a 3-note, or a 4-note pattern. Okay, all right, so that's enough to keep you and your metronome busy for at least a month. And for some stubborn metronomes, it can take much longer than that. I've seen it happen. It just remains to be seen. And it's no big deal. Just work with your metronome 5 minutes a day. You will see dramatic improvements in its behavior with consistent work. Okay, I will get a part 2 video out as soon as I can. Meanwhile, have fun working with your metronome. Meanwhile, have fun training your metronome.